Hello, Steve Fletcher here, and welcome to another tuition video. Before we go any further, can I ask you please to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel and really help me grow my online business. My Instagram account, my Facebook page, my website are also there for you to click on. The links are in the description. Taking a serious dive down classic rock avenue with this one. We're doing Cream and Sunshine of Your Love. Now this has got to be one of the most all-time classic riffs. You know, it's up there with Smoke on the Water and Seven Nation Army for just general riff amazingness. And the thing that makes it so amazing is the simplicity of it. You know, I've often said that, you know, the thing that I find most remarkable is that, you know, no one wrote it before. It's such a simple riff and it's such a brilliant thing to do. So yeah, we're going to take a closer look at it. This video that you're watching now is the real version of the song. I do a version of this song as part of my tuition guide, the Everything Guide to Learning to Play Guitar. If you're wanting to learn more of that, you can click that playlist up there. And I do a sort of a much more simplified version of this, but this isn't it. This is the real version. So if you're, you know, wanting to learn how to play it, everything, the proper way of doing the chords, the proper way of doing the solo, and all that jazz, then you've come to the right place. Gear-wise, I am using my trusty 58 Les Paul reissue. So you know, it's not an original 58; it is a reissue, but you know. So this is Rudiger, and I love him. So I'm using that, and I'm also using what I call the Beano setting that I created on my Line 6 Helix to get that amazing wall of Marshall sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the full track, everything you need to know, all those chords, the solo and everything runs through, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of a closer look at some of the individual parts. A nice slowed down version of the solo, so you can just try and get those little subtle nuances in there. But yeah, have fun, boys and girls, and So chord-wise, quite a straightforward little thing. If you've had a sort of a larger than basic look at your bar chords, then you should be all right with this one. Quite high up, quite a little bit of sliding going on, but as I say, if you are gone past that beginner's intermediate phase of your bar chord learning, then you should be okay with it. Basically, the riff is divided into two main bar chord parts, where one we're doing the D, which is all the way up there on fret 10. We're actually doing a D7. This is how I like to do this. I'm sure loads of guitarists in the world will shout at me and tell me that it's not a D7, but this is how I think it goes. So we've got that D7 there, so we've got your bar chord on your 10, fret 12 with your third finger, fret 12 on the A string, and then your second finger on the 11th fret of the G string, to give you that sound there. And then it's going to slide back to the C and back again to the D, like so. And that's how we get that little sound. Run down 12, 11, 10 on the A string. Trying to get that staccato feel. And then we're going to go fret 10 on the fret 10 on the E string, and the 8 on the A string. 10, 8, 10. Like so. Now what Clapton also throws in there is this. So what that is, same thing where you get the same chords, but then instead of going, he puts this. Now what I do with that is a nice little play of, really you're looking at fret 12 on the D and the G string. And just like I do that with a little bar of my third finger. And then that F on the G string, fret 10 on the G string, like that. And then we go back to the D on the D string, the fret 12 on the D string, like so. Now the next part you're looking at, when it modulates to a higher chord, it just jumps up. It's still sticking with the major chord, so the shape's not the same, but we're doing G back to F. So again, we've got that bar, fret 10 on the A string, and we're going to go 12, 12, 12 on the D and the G and the B string, like that, and back to the F, same shape, and then back to the G. Rundown wise, exactly the same as before, just a string higher. There's no extra little part to that. And then we have the turnaround. Now, it's basically a blues, really. So it basically just follows that sort of bluesy structure. If you were doing D and then a G, you go into that A for the turnaround. Go into the A. Which it just goes to the A. Now what it then does is just push that boundaries of that blues turnaround a little bit by going to a C, and I've always seen Clapton play the C as the bar. You could play a C as a C, but there is that bar, and then the G, like so. And again, I sort of, when I was a kid, and in my must play it like the original guitarist phase, I did notice Clapton sort of does the C like that and the G over the top like that without doing the bar, so he just the thumb over the top. So I kind of got into a habit of doing it like that, like so. Now the solo, kind of broken into two parts with the scale shape that you're using. It's a major D major scale pattern. So it doesn't, the tempting thing to do for most blues guitarists is to just hit the pentatonic. And, you could kind of get away with that, but doing the D pentatonic there that's minor. So he is in the D major pentatonic a lot of the time, which is there, fret 7 to 10. So you're getting that That sort of idea there. It's not until it advances further through the solo and you start getting those higher parts that Clapton kind of reverts into his sort of old habit of the D minor pentatonic there. So there is a moment. There is a moment where he does, revert to that D minor pentatonic, and again, and just pushes it forward as well. So there's your minor pentatonic there, but it just takes it to that little next. Takes it forward to that little extra part on the sort of 13th, 14th frets there. It's what I call a little house when I'm teaching it. You've got your normal pentatonic shape there, but then just forwards you've got this shape, in this key, 13, 15, 13, 15, 14, and that sort of 13 to 14, 15 makes like a little triangle. It looks like the roof of the house. You could live there, and a lot of guitarists do. B.B. King lived there. You could spend so much time just in that little area alone. But there you go. So yeah, I have done that solo as a slowed down version. Have fun, boys and girls, and please leave me some comments, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.